Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I have something a little bit different for you right now. It's something of a proof of concept, really, more than anything else, and I'm not going to be doing much of the run, but I wanted you to see it in case I screw it up later, so that, it's documented that this is what's happened, this is what I did. So without further ado, this is a Spriggan Wizard. Pretty basic. I've run a lot of them, so I'm sure you're familiar with how well I play them, or how I play them. You'll notice, looking at this screen, that I have one of the 15 runes of the game. You'll also notice a suspicious amount of empty slots in my inventory, my equips, and for some reason I'm still wearing a -1 robe. Here's the big reveal. That's my inventory. Not counting the first dagger I found in the very first floor, the +1/+1 orcish dagger, because I figured I needed that much. I have not picked up an item for the entire duration of this game. I have played with auto pickup off, that way, I don't automatically pick stuff up. One time I accidentally left it on when I was in the orc mine and collected about 250 pieces of gold. But, as my morgue file will demonstrate, I have not actually purchased anything, so it doesn't really matter. For food, I've been eating food off the floor like so I never actually pick it up. And that maintains my challenge of indie, which means independent of items, indie. Quick flipping over to the dungeon overview, you will see that I have cleared all 8 floors of the Lair, which I didn't find until D11, so it wasn't an early Lair or anything. I also have cleared out Orc, and just now cleared out the Swamp, as well as picked up the decaying rune of Zot thereof. I'm halfway through the dungeon, 16th floor, so a little bit over halfway. Obviously found the temple. All of this using nothing but the spells that come in the classic wizard book. In fact, I've never actually cast slow this whole game, or I have 3 times, but it never took effect, so I've basically never used slow. Using these 5, I have done all that I've done. Summoning is insanely effective. Conjure Flame will kill most enemies that you don't have the damage capacity to kill, as long as you know how to use it, or you manipulate it correctly. Mephitic Cloud plus Stabbing, or Mephitic Cloud plus Magic Dart, kills most everything else, and Blink is my emergency button. Here's my skilling order. You'll notice, I'll just highlight the actual skills that I've been training. I powered up spellcasting and conjuration and a little bit of poison to get Mephitic Cloud frequently castable, and then I upped summoning until I had good level imps coming. Stabbing goes without saying. Stabbing, dodging, and stealth are like the holy triumvirate. I started off with stealth, then I did some stabbing, then more. I started off with dodging, then stabbing, then doing some stealth, and dodging, and dodging's been on basically the whole time. Now I've taken to increasing my health itself, which actually has saved my life on multiple occasions, because I've been as low as 2 or 1 hit points on 3 occasions, which is kind of scary. But overall, this has been a very stable, very solid run, with me abusing every trick I know to make things work, and it's amazing just how scary enemies that I usually take for granted are. Like, a Swamp Drake is generally not a scary enemy to me, but in this run, a Swamp Drake is cause for spending 20 mana and a full 2 minutes sorting him out. So, yeah, kind of awesome. And yeah, you can just a glance at this floor will reveal that I'm not picking up any items. You can see what it looks like to have these floors with abandoned loot all over the place. Anyway, the downside, of course, is that when I had this HP rot from the miasma clouds I had to walk through to pick up the swamp rune, it was permanent, and that kind of sucked. Overall, I'm very happy with the way this went. I had set as my goal just to reach the bottom of the Lair, and now here I am, level 16, 63%, got a rune under my belt. I don't think I can do 3 runes. I think that doing the snake pit will be impossible. 1 poison arrow is going to kill you there. But, I thought that doing swamp would have proved near impossible, and I was pleasantly surprised. I'm considering moving further down into the dungeon, seeing what happens. The vaults will be a death trap. Just 1 round of orcish crossbow bolts that hits and I'll be dead. So, I don't know. Anyway, this isn't a video run. This is just me wanting to build a little bit of excitement for the possibility of this as a run. If you guys are curious how this is done, or if you want to see it in action, what it looks like when you ignore the precious god gifts. And in fact, let me just go ahead and do a search for books. I have not even looked at these books. None of them are identified. I don't even know what they are. I've picked up no new spells. I've left all of the weapons, it goes without saying. All of the armors left unidentified. All these shops completely useless to me. I've plundered and yet taken nothing. It's kind of a very fun, very interesting way to be going about the game. I will say this, for those of you who are curious, Spriggan Speed has been instrumental in making this work. Without Spriggan Speed, I would have been dead many times over. And, interesting, looks like there's a pathway I haven't plumbed here. And, yeah, Spriggan Speed and, the ability to abuse mass summons and utilize Call Imp as an animate dead has been helpful as well. But, yeah, it's really impressive just how far you can stretch the basic spell pack that comes with being a wizard while getting all of the utility, etc. Alright, looks like I just got myself into a dangerous situation here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, but please let me know if you think this is an interesting run or if you're curious how it's done, and if there's enough interest, maybe I'll do a recording next and do another one of these attempts at sometime in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.